we've got Scott Rasmussen on the state of the race right now. You know, Scott, you have the battleground states where all of a sudden Donald Trump is making headway. Then you get this Wall Street Journal poll out today that shows nationally she's got a comfortable lead. So dissect all of that.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't take any one poll, not even a Fox News poll, as the absolute gospel truth. When you look at all of the data that we've seen in the last few weeks, Donald Trump is consistently gaining ground. The national polls overall are tightening, and he is showing swing state strength. When you look at Ohio, for example, he is doing better than Mitt Romney ever did. Romney, in the entire 2012 cycle, I think led in just one poll by 1 point. So Donald Trump is outperforming him there. North Carolina and Ohio combined are 2 of the 3 battleground states that are absolute must-wins for Donald Trump. If he gets Florida, Ohio, and North Carolina and all the Romney states, all of a sudden he's at 253 electoral votes. Nevada, an important state, and this poll is important here because it begins to show some other paths to victory to get those last remaining electoral votes he needs. But the trend is far more important, and the details in the poll about turnout are especially revealing. They show that Hillary Clinton is having trouble getting enthusiasm among traditional Democratic groups, and Donald Trump is ginning up a lot of enthusiasm among working-class whites.
The other thing that Donald Trump has been going for him is the fact that even in those states he's presently behind, he's narrowed the gap.
Right.
But again, I remember there are times when the electoral map looked one way, and then election day quite the opposite. It looked like a competitive battle between Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. A little more than a week before the election, you had the debate. Then it was a landslide. Do you see anything that could, for either candidate, change things that dramatically?
Absolutely. In fact, we're in a situation where both candidates are viewed unfavorably by a majority of Americans. Both candidates have somewhere around 40 or 42% of the national vote, and there's another 15 or 16 or 18 points out there of people who loathe both candidates. They don't like Donald Trump. They don't like Hillary Clinton. And the partisans may have a hard time accepting it, but the people who don't like both candidates will decide the election. And because of that, something like the debate next week, something like the situation in Charlotte, something like the terror attacks we saw last week here in New York and New Jersey, they can have a huge effect, because when you're not committed to a candidate, small things can get you to turn away from them and switch sides on a moment's notice. So I expect this to be very volatile. It may be close at the end, but it wouldn't surprise me to see either candidate open up a significant lead.
All right, Scott, thank you. Great chatting again, my friend.
Thank you, Neil.